Joe Hart's in goals, 7 goals he's conceded in his 3 Premier League appearances so far this season. At the back, me, Bardsley and Taylor all played in the Europa League midweek. They stay. James Tarkowski joins them. He was rested. Just a note, Phil Bardsley was a former Manchester United academy player in at right back. Into midfield, there's plenty of grafting industry with Westwood and Cork on one side. Aaron Lennon brings pace. And young Dwight McNeil, 18 years of age, makes his first ever Premier League start. What a day for him.
Here's the United team, Kyle.
Well, Mourinho has run out of centre-backs to drop. Continues with Smalling and Lindelof. It was a back 3 last game that Herrera sat in. It looks to return to a back 4. Herrera goes out of the side. Matic will be the deepest. And Fellaini starting as opposed to maybe Herrera, Rashford, or Anthony Martial, who's back on the bench. Maybe a little clue how Mourinho tactically is going to play this game. Alexis comes back into the lineup. Jesse Lingard will float and sometimes join Romelu Lukaku up top.
Let's hear from Jose Mourinho.
Or trailing that banner which says Ed Woodward, specialist in failure. And Lukaku onside. Here's Alexis. He squares it for Lingard. Still Lingard.
Just asked a bit too much of it, didn't he? Lingard set it out. Lovely footwork to get it out of his feet and just set it off a bit too wide.
And it's hit the stanchion behind the goal and rolled behind the net. Time stood still for a moment in Burnley. His header will drop here to Pogba. Now Shaw, who scored in the opener against Leicester. He has another go low. Joe Hart smothers it.
And his England selection to the upcoming squad. Confident strike.
But they can barely get out of their own penalty area at the moment, the home side.
That's right, Shaw in confident form after his goal.
Another long ball forward towards Alexis, and Joe Hart is equal to that. It's a very direct game in Valencia. Taylor is the defender, it comes in, it's flicked goalwards by Jesse Lingard. No great...
Lingard with a deft touch and Hart desperate, really, trying to clear that. Burnley defenders static, not picking up individuals, just trying to create a block across the 6-yard line. 3 of them there.
Conviction in the attempted finish. It's clawed away in the end after a deflection by Joe Hart.
There's an inquest going on now in the Burnley penalty area. Look at the bodies Manchester United have got forward, and
career is yet to really get started. Is today the day? Lingard tries the curler again and gets it all wrong.
To Joe Hart's left. Good play by Alexis Sanchez there. Lovely first touch. See how frustrated he is with that. He's technically good enough to at least get that on target.
To the feet of Valencia. He's looking for the overlap from Lingard. He gets it. The low ball in is a dangerous one, and it's smothered well by Joe Hart.
Lingard finding himself in that wide area. It's a decent ball in. Hart reading the situation well, collects comfortably.
The ball just skipped awkwardly just in front of him, but he gathered it cleanly.
Again, nice tempo by Manchester United's play. Good movement.
Pogba's making a burst into the penalty area. He's the target.
Taylor did well. It's his path.
Lennon through the legs of Shaw towards Bardsley. Was he bundled over by Alexis? Yes, he was. Right.
The clue for that was the position Bardsley's in. Alexis is in completely the wrong position. A touch from Bardsley
in front of the travelling Manchester United fans.
Should be a yellow card. Oh, it is.
Since Thursday.
Too many up.
Shaw. He stands it up towards the back post. Lukaku is there. Taylor with the header clear. And he felt that there was a push in the back by Lukaku, and the free kick is given. Presence for Burnley in his first Premier League start. Shaw. Again, Lukaku on the defender's shoulder at the back post. Lukaku, brilliantly done.
Well, it wasn't overly complicated, but the quality was exceptional. They kept the ball, kept their...
And for Manchester United, who lead Burnley by 1-0. And he timed his header and his leap superbly. Excellent news for Jose Mourinho. It was a wonderful ball to the back post. He was the obvious target. Shaw go on the overlap here. Gets it from Alexis. Low cross. It took a little flick off Bardsley.
Just United break. You see they're straight up against Burnley's back 4. Good movement by Shaw, and there's that.
Which was good news in the end for Joe Hart.
how quickly Manchester...
Lingard's got down the right-hand side. It's back to Alexis, back to Lukaku. Excellent save by the former Manchester City goalkeeper.
Defended by the goalkeeper. Excellent save. Came out quickly, but he knew that the little chip was on. We've seen Lukaku do that plenty of times. Very well.
Joe Hart, and it perhaps should have been two.
Well, he read exactly what Lukaku was going to do there, Joe Hart.
Match of the season. There's McNeil. No drive comes in. Took an awful deflection off Lindelof. It may have flipped off Wood. And here Lukaku. Back to Lingard. Lovely first touch. Still there for Lukaku. It's far too easy for Manchester United.
You can't say it's not deserved. They've dominated in every area of the pitch. And Burnley look at 6s and 7s, desperately diving into challenge.
It is Burnley 0, Manchester United 2. They are on cruise control, which is great news for that man, Jose Mourinho. Approaching the half-time whistle. What do they care? What does Romelu Lukaku care? He's got two, United have two, and at the moment... Now Taylor, and they build ahead of steam. And with service like that, it was curling. But on ball down the middle, looking for Alexis. Oh, he brings it down superbly. And it's the challenge that came in from Bardsley.
Route one, straight down the middle. It's excellent touch. Took that,
and he concedes the corner.
Again, another concern from a Burnley perspective.
Joining the counter-attack is Jesse Lingard, who's down the middle. Here's Lingard, and he's just too strong for him. Or he would have been clean through.
Goal side to make sure Lingard didn't cause too many problems. I think this crowd having a bit of a go at Charlie Taylor there, but he had to work so hard to get back.
There's growing unrest here, Graham.
Well, there is in the first half, though, unopposed. Give him time to get his head up and pick his pass. He can do that all day long. So a decent performance.
There's promise here for Burnley. McNeil curls it to the back post. The header comes in from Wood, and
it's not dissimilar to Lukaku's first goal, is it? On the back of the centre-back. Lindelof does just enough to back into...
It forces a save out of De Gea. Whether it was on target or not remains to be seen. But that's a little better from the home side. Wonderfully spread out to the far side to Luke Shaw. He drills it in. And saved at the near post by...
Good ball into Lukaku, spread the play. And the strike need to be low.
Joe Hart.
Took his time, Valencia, with the throw-in.
Matic. Sent back in. At the back post was Smalling again, who'd stayed there, and he has a little...
Lovely ball, this in. Just going away. Joe Hart can't
argument with the advertising board, but eventually saves himself. Ooh, the overhead attempt. Now Rashford, was he fouled? John Moss, penalty. The meandering run up by Paul Pogba, right-footed, saved by Joe Hart.
Instance, if you're right-footed, poor penalty. Angle of his run-up was very straight, which generally means you're hitting it to the goalkeeper's right in that.
But this game turns.
Well read by Joe Hart, but Paul Pogba gave him a couple of big clues that
he gets correctly down low to his right-hand side. And is that the moment? Goes towards the byline, but Bardsley read it well and concedes the corner. Now then, into the other, and this is borderline, Graham, isn't it?
It certainly is. I mean,
it's one thing when they put their heads together, it's another when one of the players shoves his head. John Moss got a good view of that. We've seen these before. Richarlison was the most recent example last weekend, as Marcus Rashford put his head into Phil Bardsley there, right in front of the Manchester United fans. Now here's Lukaku, building up ahead of steam. Romelu Lukaku, saved by Hart. 6-yard box. Clipped in. Bates puts it over the bar, but it's similar to Olympiacos on Thursday.
Yeah, and it's a strong Manchester United defence, a big defence as well.
And the groans say it all. It appeared on his forehead in a flash. In. Romelu Lukaku to seal it for the hat-trick. Was he fouled? Burnley gets back. Penalty.
Lukaku stays on his feet. There's some contact there. And I think Lukaku pointing to the ball
into the 6-yard box.
What a ball by Pogba. The only place that Lukaku could trouble Ben Mee, and he did.
No, excuse me. Goal kick. It looked like John Moss was pointing to the spot. He was in fact. Lukaku takes a deflection and wide it goes. Emotion there because the kick was definitely demanding of a yellow, surely. The cross comes in. The header! Votes.
Good in-swinging ball. He gets up well here and does well to hit the target. Just going back to Bardsley, if he's
The hair down to his left-hand side. Perhaps Burnley's best opportunity.
certainly was, exposed him with his pace.
Bardsley clips it in. Votes, what a save.